Good evening, everyone. Healthy Happiness for Hope and Healing, presented by UCT International Culture Development, will begin in a few minutes.
Welcome to Healthy Happiness for Health and Healing.
My name is Rajiv. I am extremely honored and privileged to be your host for this evening. Our event tonight is supporting the United Nations 17 Sustainable Goals, goal number 3 of which is happiness and well-being. I'll call upon Yiling, who will lead us with a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? How you feel? Okay, I'm very excited to meet everybody in the air, in the internet. My name is Yiling Li. I'm UCT International Cultural Development, INC, which is UCT Culture Center President. Today, I'm very, very honored to host this very special event. Actually, this event is our UCT Center first event. Use the internet Zoom meeting to meet everybody to organize. Past the 17 years, UCT organized many, many events at the United Nations. We like bridge. We will hold the peace and relationship by our mission and also promote a lot of UN 17 goals, sustainable goals. So today we promote the goal 3, good, healthy, and well-being. So today we have 5 different speakers. We have a psychiatrist, Chinese doctor, and also musician, and also technical internet support to teach you how to do the business in the internet.
I now call upon a very special person who will be leading us into a very, very special prayer. I call upon Mahukubu.
Thank you, Rajiv. The prayer starts with a chant. Pata is prayer in Medu Neter. So it starts with a chant. And the chant means call before the Most High, standing in his name. Then it goes into a meditation for purity of heart and clarity of mind. And then it goes into the most sacred mother of creation. Call before the Most High, standing in his name.
Thank you so much, Mahukubu. That was amazing. Just to tell you a little bit about Mahukubu, he is an advocate and social activist. He's a media consultant and producer, and he is also responsible. Most noteworthy achievement is being responsible for the fair and free elections in Gambia, the flower of Africa.
I'd love to introduce our first panel speaker, Jun Li, who is a Chinese traditional medicine specialist.
Can teach you some acupressure points, which is we always use to treat people with depression feeling, anxiety, and also headaches, and also insomnia as well. So this point is right on the top of our head. You can use your palm to palpate. There's a point on the top of our head. And also another method to measure is it's just through the tip of the ear, draw a line to tip of the ear in the middle way of head. Okay, you can also make a fist, use our full knuckle, use a knuckle to put on the top of the head. You can move like around on it. Try to find the tenderness. There's some area you feel tender. The tenderness point, or whenever you push on it, you feel comfortable, it's the point. Yeah. Also, you can close your eyes, sit comfortably, combine with the breathing. Try to massage on it whenever you need it. And we can also do now, if you can follow me, do 1 minute. Yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Try to relax your shoulder when you breathe out. The strength you massage for yourself, make sure it's comfortable with some pressure, but not too painful. It's like comfortable pressure. One more time, breathe. Breathe out.
So post-traumatic growth is a concept that was coined in the early 1990s by two men that were working with veterans. And post-traumatic growth is the growth or benefit finding that can happen for a person or a group of people, not necessarily because of the trauma. So for a lot of people, COVID-19 and this time of pandemic could be a source of a lot of traumatic stress. So it's not because of COVID-19, but because of the struggle that we individually or collectively go through because of, for example, this pandemic. So the reason that this terminology and this concept and this experience in life is so relevant is because it transcends this feeling of resiliency, which is going back to our previous state of being, and it actually states that we have the potential as people and as groups of people to transcend resiliency and actually be better than we ever were prior to this pandemic. And we've seen this in many different groups of people that have suffered many different kinds of traumas.
You're all in for a treat. Our next panelist is our very own Cindy. Cindy is a graduate of the Eastman School of Music. She's a violin prodigy as well as a music instructor, teacher, and healer. The stage is yours, Cindy. Take it away.
Thank you, Rajiv, and thank you to Yiling and UCT for hosting this event. And thank you to all our speakers so far. I've really loved hearing what everyone has had to say. So that our wrist is getting that nice stretch too, and repeat it on the other side. This is really quick and simple and something that you can do at any point in time. I find also I'm cooking a lot more too, so that's very helpful. And then I always like to do some circles with my wrists as well. Great. Now I'd like to return our attention back to our wonderful host this evening, Rajiv. Rajiv is an entrepreneur, a manifestation coach, an activist for children's education, and he's someone who really knows how to make the most of our given situation. So with that, I turn back to you, Rajiv.
And it's worldwide. So this is not just a unique, isolated situation of one person's experience in one part of the world. Everyone around the world is experiencing the same thing. But just like some of the earlier speakers have mentioned, this actually is an opportunity for us to stop and take notice of what's going on around us and to reassess everything. I think that the situation that all of us are in is in a way a gift of, if you look at it as a gift. It's a gift if you allow yourself to stop and reassess your life, reassess what's important to you, reassess. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'll use some business examples. It allows you to reassess as a business owner how your business might be different in light of what's going on, which means how can service be delivered? That's one. And the second is, how is there a new way of doing business in light of everything that's going on? So if you think about it, with everything that's going on, this is a crisis that that it's the first time that we've experienced it. But if your business can pivot in light of what's happening right now, you in fact are making your business and your practice, your vocation, future-proof. You're making it crisis-proof. Because if you think about it, right? So if, let's say after this passes and let's say there's a hurricane or a tsunami or a recession or something else, there's something that is going to impact the market, the nation. But if your business is something that can withstand a crisis as enormous as this, it can withstand just about anything.
My background here, white Chinese calligraphy. These words is by the very famous calligrapher, Professor Li Guodong. He wrote this. This means happiness. So Professor Li Guodong did an exhibition 112 times in the United Nations. And former Secretary General, Mr. Pan Ki-moon, and now the Under Secretary General, Mr. Adamaddin, and many ambassadors, many countries support him. Why? Because he delivered the message is peace and happiness, which is today we really need it. So today I also want to lead everybody to help to with me to do some posts. This called you guys call what? Peace, right? Peace, and this is a love. Peace and the love. Now I'd like to invite everybody to do these 2 posts and the speech. Open your microphone with us because we are recording this event. I'd like to hear your voice, peace and love. We need the peace and the love this time. Okay, everybody, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
Are you ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hear your voice.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, and please later prepare some disco music, okay? Okay, everybody. Great. And some people is hiding in the camera. Please come out. Come out. Show your face. Show your happiness. Positive peace face. Okay.
Well, the joyride.
Okay. So follow me, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Peace
Peace
and love.
More. Peace.
Peace.
And love.
Peace.
Love.
Love.